Hello everybody, I have a bit of a different type of video for you today. We are going to start out in my favorite storage app for digital files. We're going to start in my UnZip app. I'm opening Felicity from Traci Reed. I am going through the individual files from the sticker collection and I am grabbing all of the hearts. I love the app UnZip for storing my digital products on my phone. Everything I'm going to show you today is on my phone because you guys, I am just too lazy to use my laptop. I would rather create digitally sitting on my bed, and therefore I use UnZip to start with. So I download the files, I name them by collection, I put them into UnZip, and now I'm just going through and I'm choosing the files that I want. In addition to the hearts, I'm also going to go ahead and grab these little sparkles, and then we're going to move on to my second favorite app on my phone, which is Canva. Again, doing everything on my phone. If you're curious about my phone, I have a iPhone 12 Pro Max, so it's not even like a really new iPhone. For my canvas, I chose an Instagram post. Why, you ask? Because an Instagram post is sized 12 by 12. It's just that simple. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab all the hearts from the Felicity collection and those little sparkles, and we're going to create or begin to create our layout. So we're going to start our layout digitally on my phone. I'm going to pull each of these hearts in and I'm going to size them. This takes a little bit of practice. I do this quite often, so I kind of know how the aspect ratio is. Like in my head, I know that this is a 12 by 12. Piece of paper. So when I'm sizing these, I'm not looking for a specific like inches. I'm just looking for how far it comes down the page. I know it's really not technical at all. I am the most untechnical hybrid scrapbooker that there has ever been. Once I'm happy with the way that my hearts are sized, I like them in reference to my 12 by 12 canvas, I am going to just create a bunch of hearts. So my idea for this layout is that I'm going to start by creating a background digitally on my phone. And then I can print the background out, and literally this layout took me less than 20 minutes to put together once I did the digital part. You could do this in the car while you're taking a road trip with your family. You could do this in bed while you watch TV. That's when I did it. Lots and lots. While you're waiting in a doctor's office, great place to start mapping out scrapbook layouts. So my idea for this layout is that I want to create a cascading heart background. I want hearts cascading down the center of my page. I'm using the layer tool, which is at the bottom of the app, to get these hearts layered where I want them to be. I'm starting with these big ones, but we're going to fill in with small ones too. So you can size these, overlap them. You can move them around, and you just do this with your finger. So it makes it really easy. I love doing this right on my phone. Once I'm happy with where the big hearts are, I go back in and I'm going to grab some more of the hearts, and I'm going to grab some of these little sparkles. I am going to make these sparkles pretty small. You can see here, they are just an accent. Now, I am not building my entire layout from here. I am simply creating a background. I have my photo chosen, and in my head I know how I want this layout to look. So I'm starting there. My plan though is to add some more dimension and some more embellishment on this vertical cluster. So this does not have to be completely filled in. All right, I don't even actually want to make this perfect. I'll tell you why, because part of this is going to get covered up with a photo. I also want to show you this little trick. Since I'm working with these smaller elements, I can pinch zoom right into my design. This makes it much easier for me to kind of put these sparkles in place. And right now, I don't need to see the entire canvas. I don't need to see the whole 12 by 12 paper right now, because I know that it is, for the most part, exactly the way I want it. I just want to get these little sparkles into place. Another thing that you can do is turn them. So you have full creative control over these digital elements or these stickers. You can turn them and manipulate them so that they look exactly the way you want them. Once I'm happy with the way that this looks, I just want to save it to my phone. Now for my phone, a PNG file or a JPEG is the absolute best. So it's going to save this file, and then I'm just going to use my wide format Canon printer to print it on a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and we're done. But wait, I want more than just that background paper. I want some embellishments, right? Perfectly matched, ready to go. For that, I'm going to open the same exact files, except that I am going to grab it is the canvas that says poster on the menu. What you're getting is an 8.5 by 11 canvas. I'm going to fill this canvas with embellishments and some different things that I want to include on my layout. But I'm making these hearts smaller. These are going to get popped up on foam tape, and they are going to be part of that design that goes down the middle of my page. So I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to print everything, and I'll be back in a second to show you the finished results. And once I am done printing, I have one 12 by 12 background paper. These are the hearts that I put on to this 8.5 by 11 canvas at the beginning of the walkthrough. I just added a couple of more to go ahead and have some more embellishment. And then I printed these two 5 by 8 papers and shrunk them down, so I have some layering pieces behind my photo. So here is my photo. I just have to fussy cut all of this out, or if you have a pick frame mat, you could certainly have your silhouette do the cutting for you, but I like to fussy cut. The other things that I have here are just a couple of embellishments to add to my paper elements, to add something to my layout that's not paper. So for this layout, I have chosen some copper penny Nuvo drops, some canvas flare from Scrap and Happy Studio, and of course a beautiful sequin mix from Spiegel Mom Scraps. So I'm going to go ahead off camera. I am going to fussy cut my papers, and then we'll come back and we'll put the layout all together. So just a little behind the scenes, this layout took me less than 20 minutes to put together from this point on. So I'm going to start by matting my photo on these two pattern papers and getting my photo into place. I'm going to add that little banner to the top of my photo that says The Good Life, and then I have these two little pieces. That larger piece is where I'm going to put my journaling, but that upper label, I'm just going to use it as a home for one of the canvas flares. So I'm starting with the rest of the hearts. I'm going to put these hearts in place where I like them, where I feel like they are a good fit on my layout. And then I am going to kind of meticulously, this is probably the part that took me the longest. I'm going to grab some foam tape and I'm going to pop every one of these hearts up on foam tape. That took a while. But again, start to finish, 20 minutes. And yes, the longest part of this process was grabbing my Big Mama foam tape and popping all of the hearts up, which is what I'm going to do next. The little tab that says today and this little banner that says the good life, I'm going to adhere them to my photo using some staples just to give it a little more dimension, something interesting. I've been really going back and loving the staples recently. These canvas flare are so cute. I love them. They were they were so perfect for this layout. So this is a photo of my son Logan, and he's cuddling my cousin's golden retriever Nala, and they had the best time together while we were visiting our family a couple weeks ago now. But yeah, they were very fast friends. So then I'm going to continue on with getting all these hearts in place. Once the hearts are in place, I am going to go ahead and grab 2 more of these flares and add them to my cascade. I want a nice little triangle of flares here. And so I'm going to grab 3. Generally, when I put flares on any page, I like to add 3 of them and create a little flare triangle, I guess you would call it. Next, I'm going to grab some caramel corn flare or caramel corn sequins from Spiegel Mom Scraps. This is a sequin mix that I designed. I did not design it to go with this collection. I designed it just because I thought the colors were pretty. And then Traci released Felicity and I was like, hey, look at that. And I love it. It works perfectly with this line. I will link below Scrap and Happy Studios shop, and I will link below these sequins as well, so that if you have the Felicity collection, you can grab some sequins too. They're beautiful with this line, with those the peachy, pinky color and the aqua and all those, just beautiful. The last little accent I'm going to add to this page is going to be some Nuvo crystal drops, and I am using the colors, the metallic ones, in Auburn Pearl. This is one of my favorite Nuvo drop colors. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's going to add just a bit of contrast. It's a little darker than the tones that are in the collection, but I love the way that it pops on my page, so I'm just going to sprinkle those around too. And that's it for this layout. Thank you so very much for joining me today for my next installment of Hybrid Hijinks. Be sure to head over and check out Traci's blog, where I will have lists of all of the apps that I used in case you missed any of them, and more information. Bye!